When looking at a world map, one geographical feature immediately stands out. While most countries have at least some access to the ocean, 44 countries do not. These countries are known as landlocked countries because they have no direct access to the sea. At first glance, this may not seem like an important disadvantage. After all, goods can also be transported by trucks, trains, or airplanes. However, in today's global economy, geography has a much greater influence than many people realize. A missing coastline can increase transportation costs, create dependencies on neighboring countries, and make international trade significantly more difficult. But why does the absence of a coastline have such a large economic impact? To answer that question, we first need to understand why oceans play such an important role in global trade. Every day, millions of tons of goods are transported between countries around the world. While trucks, trains, and airplanes are all important parts of the transportation network, the majority of international trade is carried by ships. Cargo ships can transport enormous quantities of goods in a single journey while using comparatively little energy per container. This makes maritime transport one of the most cost-efficient ways to move products over long distances. Because of this advantage, ports have become essential gateways to global markets. Countries with direct access to the ocean can load their goods onto ships without first passing through another country. For countries without a coastline, however, reaching one of these ports becomes the first major challenge. To understand the problem more easily, let's imagine two fictional countries. Land A has a coastline and its own seaport. Land B, on the other hand, is completely surrounded by land and has no direct access to the ocean. Imagine a factory in Land B producing goods for customers around the world. Unlike Land A, those products cannot simply be transported to a nearby port. Instead, every shipment must first leave Land B, cross an international border, and travel through another country before it can finally reach the sea. Even before the cargo is loaded onto a ship, the transportation process already requires additional infrastructure, border crossings, and international cooperation. This extra journey is the first reason why international trade becomes more expensive for landlocked countries. Having no coastline creates another challenge beyond transportation costs. Country B cannot simply decide how goods reach the ocean because an important part of the journey takes place outside its own borders. To access global markets, it depends on infrastructure owned and operated by Country A, including roads, railways, border crossings, and the seaport itself. This also means that international trade relies on cooperation between both countries. If border procedures become slower, transport infrastructure is insufficient, or political relations deteriorate, exporting goods becomes more difficult. As a result, access to the global market is no longer entirely under Country B's own control. The dependence on neighboring countries often leads to higher transportation costs. These additional costs make exported goods more expensive before they even reach international markets. As a result, companies from landlocked countries may find it harder to compete with businesses located in countries that have direct access to the sea. According to the United Nations Conference on Trade and Development, some landlocked developing countries pay transport costs that are up to 3 times higher than the global average. Higher transportation costs can also discourage investment, as producing and exporting goods becomes less attractive. Over time, these disadvantages can slow economic development compared with countries that have direct access to maritime trade.